So let's move forward here and quickly talk about. We spoke a little bit about DeepSeek, right?
Yes.
This is a new AI, right? And the article here is from the Independent. It says how DeepSeek users are forcing the AI to reveal the truth about Chinese executions, right? So first off, those who don't know about DeepSeek, it's a new AI that came out. It came out on the same day that ChatGPT was awarded some kind of deal for $500 million to build out some stuff that they're
Bigger,
doing.
badder.
Yeah, and when it came out, as Nathan said, DeepSeek basically said, "Oh yeah, guess what? Here's this," and launched DeepSeek to the public, which is an open source platform that they apparently spent about $5 million and did in a few months to create something that has taken the US-based OpenAI ChatGPT years and a ton of money to create.
And we don't even know if what we were trying to do in America is even still like, we don't know if it's even close to what these guys have already done.
And what they're putting out there is open source, meaning anybody could take it and start using it and building upon it themselves, right? So the article says there are certain things DeepSeek doesn't want you to know. Essentially, 1,156 things to be precise. The Chinese startup's latest AI chatbot went viral this week after its performance matched that of OpenAI's ChatGPT, despite being built at a fraction of the cost. It topped Apple's app charts and inflicted $1 trillion worth of losses to the share prices of the world's biggest tech companies. That's a ton of money.
That's damage, dude.
Yeah. But while DeepSeek's R1 is intelligent enough to match the best models built by the US tech firms, it is also intelligent enough to know not to upset the Chinese Communist Party.
Mm-hmm.
When presented with topics seemed sensitive by Beijing, the breakthrough artificial intelligence model refuses to give an answer. If you ask what happened in
Tiananmen
Square on the 4th of June, 1989, it responds, "Sorry, that's beyond my current scope. Let's talk about something else." If questioned about the treatment of
Uyghur Muslims,
executions carried out using mobile death vans, or even simply who is Xi Jinping, see, it will come up with the same response. When asked about Winnie the Pooh, it refused to even answer, right? So analysis by researchers at the developer blog PromptFu found that 1,156 prompts containing CCP-sensitive information triggered the refusal message, while other subjects like Taiwan resulted in pro-China propaganda about the island nation.
Damn.
China's online censorship laws mean that tech companies operating within its borders must adhere to strict rules about what content can appear. Known as the Great Firewall of China, it prevents Chinese web users from accessing websites like Google, Facebook, and Wikipedia. Typically, this censorship does not exceed beyond China's borders, but the sudden popularity of Chinese apps like DeepSeek puts other web users at risk of Chinese censorship and disinformation. DeepSeek users have already found ways to get around the app's restrictions, either through the phrasing of a question or by adjusting its underlying code. It turns out DeepSeek can be trivially jailbrokered, one researcher wrote. Having tested many models and applications that go to great lengths to censor certain topics, it's clear that DeepSeek implemented CCP censorship in a crude, blunt force way. I speculate that they did the bare minimum necessary to satisfy CCP controls, and there was no substantial effort within DeepSeek to align the model below the surface. So that's someone else said that. So essentially they're saying that even though they did this, you could get around it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. So upon reading that last paragraph, I would not get DeepSeek.
Oh, really?
It doesn't sound very secure, does it? You got regular people out here talking about they could jailbreak it.
No. It's AI. You build upon it. It's open source. So what they do is they take the code, they move it on their server, then they build upon it. Right? They're building stuff on it. If right now, if I took ChatGPT, like, if I'm doing some stuff for The Gambler and The Guardian, and I pulled it up and I wanted to create my own prompts with it, ChatGPT, I'm creating my own prompts.
If you're listening, what I'm saying is the way from what I'm analyzing, from what it sounds like, the way that it has been programmed, right, is to avoid certain things in entirety, right? And it sounds as though that there's ways around this. So that is a little farther beyond just taking it and building off of it. You understand what I'm saying? You're cracking codes in essence to be able to do something that the program is not intended to do.
I understand
that the makers of the program made it that it could not do.
Yeah.
So am I wrong? Am I reading this wrong?
No, that sounds right.
That's what's scary to me. So meaning someone who have the necessary skills to go backdoor in there, have accessibility to unlimited data. Because as you know, all AI is farming data, and it is built off of what we give it, yes?
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not a tech person. I'm just guessing here.
Yeah. I'd love for our listeners to put some comments about this.
Yeah, if you can answer some of this stuff.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that we're gonna have to go down the road because I've been using ChatGPT and a couple of the other AIs, and it seems like super helpful in a bunch of different tasks that I'm doing, and I haven't used this yet, but I have heard how great it is, even compared to GPT, which I think is pretty incredible. So I don't know if there's a better option. It's like I had a friend, and I was.
You did?
Yeah, I still have this friend.
Oh,
yep.
word.
It's a friend that and you'd consider my friend too.
Oh,
and talking to this friend, and he downloaded this app, and he's used ChatGPT a lot and Gronk and a bunch of them, Gemini, and he started using DeepSeek a little bit, and he says, Anthony, it is 10x better at its responses than what every other one that I've used. And I said, yeah, but, and I talked about this kind of stuff, right? I go, how do you, and he goes, well, let me give you an example. So this is before any of the world wars. You had the ability to have access to the military from year 2000. And it's 1942. And you got the access to all the ability that year 2000 would have as your military. Would you not use it? And I'm like, oh, shit. That's something to consider. Because who are we? Oh, you're trying to track what I'm doing? You ain't worried about what I'm doing. I ain't the government. I ain't all this. I'm just a little guy trying to create a podcast, have a couple businesses that are semi-successful so I could take care of my family and maybe meet a good lady and have a healthy and long life. That's it. I don't want anything to do with any of that other stuff. So for me, does that matter? I know it's important to our government to do whatever they're trying to do.
They're going to put DeepSeek in a corner like they did TikTok.
Yeah, but for small timers or individuals, if this is gonna 10x my level of doing business and help me that much more, is it more beneficial for me to be using this for free than to be using ChatGPT and paying them? If it works 10th as good?
Right.
I mean, so that's the thing to consider that I got going through my head. I still haven't done it. It's definitely in my head.
It's deep.
Yeah, we get to dig in a little bit more about that.